Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another glass cleaning video. Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, you'll know I made quite a few videos talking about my methods of glass cleaning, explaining what I like in glass cleaners, towels, things like that. And using my crazy method over here, a ton of you have found just unbelievably crystal clear glass that is now completely streak free. But there's also a product out there that a lot of you absolutely love, and that is Bilt Hamber Traceless. Now, I also love Bilt Hamber Traceless, but it's a very different type of glass cleaner, of which I still prefer my method. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about a new glass towel from the rag company, the Wrinkle glass towel, that might have just changed my mind completely on Bilt Hamber Traceless. Welcome back to the channel. Let's jump into it. Well, thank you all for being here today. I am very excited to showcase this new glass towel to you because I actually just purchased these kind of on a whim the other day. I was just playing around looking for some different products to test, and these actually showed up, and we have our Kia EV9, which is my wife's dog hauler. We've got slobber all over the windows, and I decided to try these, especially with Bilt Hamber Traceless, as I didn't have a ton of time, didn't want to do this whole crazy process over here. And I was freaking blown away. And that's why I'm actually making this video with their new Wrinkle glass towel. Now, before we dive into this, I want to back it up a little bit and talk about my feelings on glass cleaning in general, where people go wrong, why most of the glass cleaners out there don't work properly, really paired with those glass towels, and yada yada. So there's a lot to dive into. Now, a little refresher course on my process here. One of my key secrets, or the magic to crystal clear glass, is actually using Adam's Brilliant Glaze. Now, this has some solvents in it. It also has a light abrasive. For the millionth time, this works on tinted glass. Now, when we're talking about glass cleaning, we're typically talking about the inside of our glass. And one of the issues we see a lot of the time is off-gassing haze, and that's where this stuff absolutely destroys it. The other great thing is it also leaves a little something behind there, making slick glass. And that is one thing that people get very, very wrong when they're producing a glass cleaner, is just throwing a ton of alcohol in it to omit a lot of that off-gassing. And what ends up happening is a lot of the towels you use, yes, it might start to get some of the off-gassing haze, but it ends up pushing it around, and your glass gets very tacky, which means you get a lot of lint. I'm sure for a lot of you, you've tried to clean glass, you look at it, there's streaks everywhere, there's towel lint everywhere. You start playing with dozens of different glass towels and you can never get it right. So by using Brilliant Glaze here, going through the glass, getting all of that off-gassing haze, wiping it down, and then actually mixing a glass cleaner with a waterless wash, my 50-50 solution right here, you actually have streak-free crystal clear glass that is also very smooth. And typically what I like using for my glass cleaning towels is something like the rag company FTW. Now, this is a for the windows towel, but is very different from traditional glass towels you'll see. Now you can see it's very plush. This is a 550 GSM towel. A lot of other glass towels will look something like this. This is actually, I believe, the rag company Diamond Weave. I believe they discontinued this at this point. And some of these glass towels are typically what you'll see. Now, again, if you look at something like a waffle weave towel, the issue with the other glass towels is that most of the time you hear use very little glass cleaner, when in fact you actually want to use more, but these aren't absorbent enough. Something like these are absorbent a little, but I absolutely hate waffle weave towels, so that's why I've switched to these. So I like really slick glass, and I know a lot of you absolutely love Bilt Hamber Traceless, and I love this product too, but I've really struggled to pair a glass towel with it that I absolutely love. Now, Bilt Hamber actually recommends something similar to these waffle towels, and I absolutely hate waffle towels. They do not belong in detailing, in my opinion. I absolutely despise them. One of the issues with using it with something like the FTW over here, this glass cleaner has super wetting agents. If you've ever used this product, you spray it on the glass, you wipe it, it's unbelievably slick, but if you need to flip that towel over, pick up any residue, you go to wipe it and it's just like dragging across duct tape, and that's one of my big issues with it. And oftentimes when I use this product, you do need that second wipe to just pick some stuff off the glass. It's not just as simple as wipe it, there's still some stuff there. So that's why I haven't been 1000% 100% on board with Bilt Hamber Traceless. So let's talk about this new glass towel over here. Talk about what's different with this and why I was just blown away the first time I used it. So this is the Wrinkle glass towel here. You can see it's got a pretty crazy wrinkle finish. This is also double-sided, so very similar to our normal glass towels over here. This is going to be super short nap, but the main component of this towel, this wrinkle on here, does some amazing things. Number one, you're getting all sorts of clean areas because this towel is actually stretchy. If I stretch this out, you can see how those wrinkles start to go away. And you can also really scrub this, especially using this with Traceless, and I absolutely freaking love it. Now, these aren't cheap towels. Most glass towels and most towels from the rag company aren't. These are $18 for a 3-pack, coming in at $6 each. These are a 500 GSM towel. These are a 70-30 blend. They're a circular knitted blend, and they come from South Korea. If you guys know much about microfiber towels, South Korea really makes the most premium ones out there. Now, if you look at the FTWs over here, these are a little bit more expensive. These are $22 a towel. And I absolutely love them. These are 550 GSM, South Korea. These have a butter suede edge on them, which I absolutely love. And again, being that they're plush, they actually pick up a lot. Now, if you're looking at this, you wouldn't really suspect it actually picks up a ton, but it's pretty shocking, and I absolutely love this towel. So no more of me blabbering. Let's head over to the car. I'm gonna use my glass cleaner as well as Bilt Hamber Traceless over here. I wanna show you how freaking awesome those towels are. All right, guys, well, we're at the back of the EV9 now, and you can see my wonderful golden retrievers, dog Picassos, as we like to call them here. Just an absolute nose print mess back here. So I am frequently cleaning these, and instead of using my method all the time, I've been playing around with using Traceless more. Now, we've got Traceless right here, and we're gonna start off with actually using something like a waffle towel, like Bilt Hamber actually recommends. Note, this is not the same exact one they use, but I'm gonna try and clean half of this glass for you guys and showcase to you part of the problem with a glass towel like this and using it with Traceless. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at all the freaking lint in this. Let me see if I can pop you off. That is part of the problem because this glass cleaner does such a good job at actually cleaning the glass. It makes it very sticky. Now, even if I try and go back over and wipe this, it's still leaving lint behind because it is so darn tacky. You can see it all in here. Now, even if I use something like our rag company FTW here, you can see as I spray this on, it is better, but quite a bit of the lint still appears. Now, as I flip this towel over, look at the difference here. So this has a little Traceless left. You can see how slick that is. As I flip this over to a dry side, look how it starts to roll that towel. That's because it is so darn dry on there. Now, I hope this comes through on camera because now we're gonna check these out. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and clean this whole piece of glass here. And it is absolutely incredible. Now, some of the lint left over here, if there is any, is actually gonna be that it didn't pick it up. It is not this towel leaving it behind. Now, being that I've been using these for the last day or so, doing some more windows and things around here, what I have noticed, they leave absolutely nothing behind. What I've also noticed is I don't even use the backside at all. Now, this towel, being that it's stretchy and has the kind of waffle or wrinkle in it, the great thing is you can really scrub on this. So if you have one of those dog Picassos, you can come in here and scrub it, and importantly, it's not going to leave anything behind. All right, guys, now we're on the other side. More dog Picassos over here. I swear, every time I clean these, they immediately go to the glass and just smear the heck out of them. So we're going to be using my glass cleaner here. Again, Adams Waterless Wash 50/50 with Kosh Chemi glass cleaner. Now, what I want you to notice here is how different the towel movement actually is. So as I spray this on here, I do pretty much 4 sprays on there. Now, I like to very much saturate this. So I just did another quote unquote 2 sprays because on the press-alls you have 1 in, 1 pull back. Now, first things first, See how different that glides over the surface of this? It is way different. Now, what I'm hoping to show you guys here is how this glass cleaner situation works a little bit. Now, you're gonna see it's going to start to dry away and leave behind this little bit of haze. This is why I like flipping over the towel now, because now I come back in and now I just scrub this down and it leaves that glass perfectly crystal clear, and it's also smooth. So if I do get something back on here, I can come back in and just boom, knock it down. Now, I hope you guys can see there is absolutely zero lint on that. That is just absolutely perfectly crystal clear glass. That is what we're going for. So the cool thing here is it not only works amazing with Bilt Hamber Traceless, I would argue to say the best towel I've ever used with Traceless, but it also works with my other glass cleaning method. All right, guys, so let's wrap this video up, and I think you pretty much know what I'm gonna say. These are flippin' amazing. I absolutely love these towels. Now, one thing I would like to see is just give me dual wrinkles. I want both sides dual wrinkles here. Now, of course, you can buy more towels, but I have not found myself using this whatsoever. Now, could you use it? Absolutely. But I just personally prefer the feel of this wrinkle on the glass. It's just buttery smooth on there, even with using something like Bilt Hamber Traceless, which, as I showed you guys, is not how most towels actually work with it. And these things might just be the greatest of all time glass cleaning towels. So this is going to be my new recommendation for glass cleaning towels. No, the Rag Company FTWs are not leaving my arsenal. These actually play one of the biggest roles in my arsenal, and I have switched to using these for compound removal, polish removal, coating prep, throwing sealants on. I absolutely love these towels, but I don't think I'm going to be using them on glass anytime soon. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in another one soon. Bye-bye.